And breaking as we come on the air, Pope Francis has passed away. He was the 266th Pope and the first Latin American head of the Catholic Church. He was 88 years old. Thank you so much for joining us. You're watching the National News Desk, America's News Now. I'm Angela Brown, in for Jan Jeffcoat. It's Monday, April 21st, a date that will live in history for mourning, but also marking a transition for the Catholic Church and also the world. Overnight in Vatican City, Cardinal Kevin Farrell announced the Pope's death. His statement reads, quote, right here at 7:35 this morning, the Bishop of Rome, Francis, returned to the home of the Father. His entire life was dedicated to the service of the Lord and of his church, end quote. We want to get right now to Mark Boyle at the live desk. Following the breaking details, of course, Pope Francis has been battling health issues, and we're starting to hear more from members of the White House and also other world leaders just regarding his passing.
We are seeing some of those reactions come in right now. Starting off with a live look over the Vatican here behind me to the left. And Angela, one thing about the live desk here is we can see these reactions and these statements and different sound bites come in all morning and bring those to our viewers. If you're just joining us right now, 8:30 here on the East Coast, we are now hearing from President Donald Trump, posting on Truth, quote, rest in peace, Pope Francis, God bless him and all who loved him. The Pope's death follows a series of health challenges in recent years. He suffered chronic lung disease, spending 38 days in the hospital back in February for respiratory crisis that developed into double pneumonia. And hours before he passed away on Easter Sunday, Vice President J.D. Vance had a chance to meet with him. He released a statement this morning saying, my heart goes out to the millions of Christians all over the world who loved him. May God rest his soul. And just about 15 minutes ago, we heard from the White House press secretary. She spoke out on the Pope's passing.
I spoke to the Vice President's team this morning, and they expressed how excited and grateful they were for the opportunity to have met with the Pope just yesterday. And of course, we know the Pope has gone to be with the Lord this morning, and I spoke to the President about that as well, and he has put out a statement to say God bless the Pope and all those who loved him. He touched millions of lives throughout his tenure as the head of the Catholic Church, and so it's a solemn day for Catholics around the world, and we are praying for all those who loved the Pope and believed in him.
The Pope was elected in 2013 after Pope Benedict retired. Francis was the first Jesuit Pope, the first Latin American Pope, and the first from the Americas. The Vatican now is preparing for what comes next. The process of selecting a new Pope begins when conclave is convened between 15 and 20 days after Francis's passing. Conclave can last up to 13 days. The new pontiff will be installed less than a week after he is elected.
Well, we've been reporting the Pope has been struggling with health issues for several months now, but was able to make one last appearance yesterday at Easter Sunday Mass. You're looking at the video right here after Mass when he returned the Pope to his home at the Vatican in Santa Marta, where he passed at 7:35 a.m. Barbie Latinado reports from Rome.
The pontiff had been battling double pneumonia. He was in the hospital for some 5 weeks and was released in March. He had made a few appearances over the Easter holidays, and he blessed the crowds who had gathered at St. Peter's Square on Easter Sunday, and then rode around the square in his Pope-mobile, blessing babies and greeting those crowds. It came as quite a shock then to hear this news that the Pope, in fact, had died early this morning. His voice was very weak yesterday when he greeted the crowds and when he blessed those crowds who had gathered. The next steps coming up, of course, will be to arrange the papal funeral and then eventually the conclave to elect the next pope. Barbie Latinado, Rome.
And, you know, we want to give you another live look over the Vatican. You can see it there right now. Thousands of people are still pouring into the Vatican to mourn the life of Pope Francis. We're going to continue to follow the very latest out of the Vatican and really around the world. Around 5 minutes from now, you're going to hear from a religious studies expert on the legacy of Pope Francis. Stay with us on air online at thenationaldesk.com.
Thanks for watching. Make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel and watch more videos from News Channel 20.